Ouais, c'est une déception immense.
Absolute domination from Spain. You cannot say enough about how Spain tactically dominated that game from minute 1 to minute 97 or whenever it ended. That is an absolute masterclass from Spain.
I think it was difficult for us because tactically we had a plan to go for them under pressure, to go 1 against 1, to don't let them lead the tempo of the game, to don't let them play in the way they want to play, because of course it's a team who love to have the control of the game, the control of the ball, and that's what we let them do.
For weeks, the conversation around the World Cup had started to sound almost identical everywhere. Television panels, football podcasts, former players, and data experts all pointed in the same direction. The debate was no longer about who looked strongest. It had become a discussion about who could possibly stop France.
In how to completely dominate a game by controlling the ball, controlling the parts of the field where the game is played, pressing high up the field, counter-pressing after you lose the ball, and completely constricting, in my opinion, the best attack that we have ever seen in the World Cup. And Spain completely rendered them totally lifeless. And so I think absolutely two things can be true in this moment with France and Spain, that the Spanish national team dominated to such an extent defensively that they deserve credit, and also that the French attacking players, these world-class players, 3 of the top 6 or 7 attacking players in the world, completely didn't show up.
We let the midfield too much time to play, and at the end of the day they have quality to play, so at the end it's difficult when you don't change the plan of Spain. And after they had a penalty, I think that's helped also to come in the game. And after they scored second goal in the second half, and we didn't be at the level to go to the final.
Every new performance seemed to strengthen that belief, and every statistic made the gap between France and the rest of the tournament look even larger. Confidence in the French squad reached a point where many people treated the remaining matches as a formality rather than a real contest.
Oh, of course. At the end of the day, you take all the glory when you win. When you don't win, you have to take. At the end, it's part of the game. It's part of my game. It's part of my life. And as a captain, I have to take all the responsibility. And I have no problem with that. We wanted to go to the final. We didn't go. So now we have to go and take what the people do to us.
Spain heard all of it, but they never changed their approach. They focused on the game instead of the predictions, knowing that knockout football often rewards the team that can solve problems on the pitch instead of the one with the best numbers on paper.
Collective effort of everyone. I think Spain is been growing around the World Cup. I think today we did the best performance so far. I mean, what a team, we face with all the strength they have in all the lines, very, very strong team. They can punish you in every single moment, so I think the focus on every single minute was key in this game. Unbelievable effort of everyone. I cannot say a player that was it was an unbelievable effort of the guys that play and the guys who came from the bench, always raising the level.
France were not considered unbeatable because of hype alone. The numbers supported every argument. They had scored 16 goals in 6 matches while allowing only 2. Their defense looked organized, their attack was relentless, and Kylian Mbappe had already found the net 8 times, playing with the confidence of someone determined to make this tournament his own.
We're showing a character of being so mature in certain moments and in big moments, and this is for me the most important thing, to wait your moment in the game, to don't get crazy because they punish you or they make an action or whatever. And I think the composure, as you said, is the key of this team.
Most respected football analysts looked at the semi-final matchup, compared the statistics, and arrived at the same conclusion. France were expected to lift the 2026 World Cup trophy. Spain saw the same predictions and ignored them completely. By the end of this video, you will see exactly how Spain broke down the tournament's most dominant team through discipline, tactical intelligence, and a performance that coaches will likely study for many years. The setting only added to France's advantage.
They took the command from first minute until the last minute. They were feeling alive, they were active, they wanted it. They ran those extra meters. Every duel, they went in. They wanted to win it. When they were attacking, they were convinced. They took the initiative. You could see every pass they did was like, we want this.
The semi-final took place on Bastille Day, France's national holiday, in Dallas, with the stands filled by a crowd where French supporters clearly outnumbered everyone else. The atmosphere, the emotion surrounding the occasion, and the confidence built from 6 straight unbeaten matches all seemed to push the momentum toward France before the opening whistle. Everything pointed in one direction. Spain had other plans. As the semi-final got closer, the attention shifted away from tactics and toward the headlines. Every press conference, interview, and training session became another chance for the media to build a bigger story around the match. One comment was enough to spark endless debate. Spain's teenage star, Lamine Yamal, was widely reported as saying that France should be afraid of Spain. Those words quickly spread across television, social media, and football shows, creating the image of a fearless young player challenging the tournament favorites. Before a single pass had been played, many people framed the match as confidence versus experience.
And the opposite when it comes to France. And I have to name sure Rodri was all over the place. What a game, what a player. And it's a player that doesn't get a lot of credit, but this game he was everywhere. He was just magnificent. And like I said before the game, football won today. This was a good game. Yes, France, I believe they can do more. They should have done more. But these two teams deserve to be, either of them should have been in final, and Spain is in the final.
Once the game started, those storylines faded into the background. Spain let their football do the talking, and the focus quickly shifted from pre-match quotes to what was happening on the pitch. The breakthrough arrived in the 22nd minute. Marc Cucurella delivered a dangerous cross from the left that flashed across the penalty area. As Lucas Digne tried to recover, he lost sight of Yamal. While turning to clear the ball, he caught Yamal across the thigh instead. The referee pointed straight to the penalty spot. Mikel Oyarzabal stepped up without showing any sign of pressure and calmly placed his finish into the net, giving Spain the lead in one of the biggest matches of the tournament.
And they weren't sharp, they weren't good enough, they were indecisive, they were sloppy. I mean, any adjective that you want to choose to describe that performance from France, which was completely shocking. It was almost impossible to predict that they would be so poor and they would be so inefficient in the attack, while you have to give credit to Spain for the way that they moved, the way that they pressed, the way that they counter-pressed, their organization behind the ball. It's absolutely no excuse for the French attackers to be as disjointed as they were. It was all hero ball, 1v1. There was no cohesion in the attack.
Spain had the lead, but that was only the beginning. Instead of sitting back and hoping to protect a one-goal advantage, they tightened their shape even more and took control of the match without needing long spells of possession.
Before that final, there was a debate in France. If France didn't win that World Cup, would it be a failure or a deception? And I would have gone, say, if you play a good game, if you give 100% and you hit the post 3 times and you lose 1-0 on penalty shootout, it can be a deception. But today, it's both of them. Because that was a failure. That game wasn't a good game. As you said, Spain deserved 100% to win. We didn't see anything coming from France being good. I think we can't find any chances that they could score. Maybe the Doué at the when Unai Simon stopped the shot, but otherwise Spain were above France everywhere, and that's why you want to say hat off to the Spanish team. And you go back, disappointed, but you have to learn your lesson. It's hard. The World Cup is hard because you don't need to run fast, at the beginning if you slow down around very close to the final, and it's what happened to the French team.
France kept searching for openings, but almost every attack ran into the same problem. Spain seemed to know where the danger would appear before it actually happened, forcing France to slow down and start over again. What followed was one of the most disciplined defensive displays of the tournament. Spain's pressing was organized from front to back, breaking up France's build-up before it could gain any real momentum. Kylian Mbappe, who had been the competition's most dangerous attacking player, was repeatedly forced into difficult positions.
Spain outclassed France, basically. France did not really show up tonight. I'm really disappointed, but yeah, at the end of the day, anything can happen in football. And even if, as I said previously, they were my two big favorites for the title, I believe Spain played a great game. Technically fantastic. They controlled the midfield. Rodri, Olmo, they played a great game, and just credit to them. And yeah, it's a tough moment for French people because we had so much expectations and maybe too much. But that's the beauty of the game.
When he received the ball, passing options had already disappeared. The spaces he usually attacked were closed off, leaving him with little room to create the moments that had made him so effective throughout the tournament. Football writer and tactical analyst Michael Cox has often explained how Luis de la Fuente's Spain defend in a different way. Rather than focusing on stopping one star player through constant marking, the system is built to remove the spaces, passing lanes, and situations that allow elite attackers to make the biggest impact. Against France, that approach worked almost perfectly. In the 58th minute, Pedro Porro doubled Spain's lead after a lightning-fast move involving 4 players in just 6 seconds. The sequence was sharp, quick, and carefully timed, reflecting the style Spain had been developing ever since their success at Euro 2024. France refused to give up and pushed forward with greater urgency as the clock ticked down. Ousmane Dembélé tested Unai Simon with several dangerous efforts, forcing the Spanish goalkeeper to stay sharp. Mbappe also found chances to change the game, but one of his clearest opportunities sailed high over the crossbar. Even with more attacks and more pressure, France could not find the breakthrough they desperately needed. The reason was simple. Spain never lost their shape. Their defensive line stayed organized, the midfield continued to close passing lanes, and every player remained committed to the game plan. Before this semi-final, Spain had conceded just 1 goal in 6 World Cup matches, and that remarkable record was no accident. Against one of the strongest attacking teams in the competition, they showed the same discipline from the opening whistle to the final minute. The match ended 2-0, and the result accurately reflected what happened on the pitch. Sports journalist Raphael Honigstein described Spain's display as the most complete team performance of the entire tournament. This was a squad that had quietly grown stronger with every round. They won matches without creating unnecessary drama, defended with remarkable consistency, and relied on teamwork instead of individual moments of brilliance. Their greatest strength was not built around one superstar. It was built into the way the entire team functioned, and that was the reason so many people underestimated them before this semi-final. Spain did not just win this semi-final. They showed why football is decided on the pitch, not by predictions or statistics. Over 90 minutes, they looked more organized, more disciplined, and more prepared for every challenge France tried to throw at them. Now the stage shifts to the World Cup final at MetLife Stadium, where Spain will face either Argentina or England. They arrive with an incredible record, conceding only 1 goal in 7 matches and eliminating the tournament favorites without allowing a single goal. Since their opening draw against Cape Verde, Spain have put together 6 straight victories, each one showing the same tactical discipline, teamwork, and confidence that has made them the most complete side left in the competition. A team that barely dominated the headlines during the final week is now 1 win away from lifting the biggest trophy in football. France entered this match as the overwhelming favorite, backed by the strongest numbers in the tournament. Spain answered every prediction with one of their best performances yet and earned their place in the final. Who do you think will win the World Cup? Will Spain complete an unforgettable run? Or will Argentina or England stop them at the final hurdle? Share your prediction in the comments because we want to hear your thoughts. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more in-depth football stories, match analysis, and the biggest moments from around the world, make sure to like this video, subscribe to Matchio, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next upload. Thanks for watching, and until next time, peace.